Hello, Dan. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to join me here for this interview. How are you doing?
Life is great. I'm excellent and really appreciate you having me on. Thank you. Pleasure's all mine.
Awesome. So, the reason I asked you for an interview is because two previous people I had interviewed, Michael and George, recommended I reach out to you because of successes you've been having in the real world. So, could you go into depth on what's been going on there?
Absolutely. Since the start of my time in the real world, just before December 5th, Michael and George have been a huge influence on me and on my success. They're two great captains inside the Amazon FBA campus. Since joining on December 5th, while I don't want to disclose exact figures, the financial successes have been great. In my previous 9 to 5, my annual income was $70,000 a year, working in corporate America. In the first month inside the real world, my monthly income was double that of my previous 9 to 5, and on track to do well over 6 figures this year in 2023. So things have been going absolutely great.
How did you get into Amazon FBA in this case, out of all the other campuses you could have chosen?
Well, when I joined the real world, I got access on November 23rd, just before Thanksgiving, a time when you're spending around family. So I had briefly jumped on the day before, taken a look, and was just overwhelmed a bit just with excitement about the entire platform itself and the multiple different campuses you could join, knowing that you can make money in any campus, but it was just a matter of which campus I was really going to dig into. The Sunday following, I had opened up the Amazon FBA campus. Obviously, everyone knows what Amazon is, right? They are 52% of the e-commerce business in the United States. Millions of dollars a day are spent on Amazon. But I never knew what Amazon FBA truly meant, or that you could make money through Amazon. So I had joined that following Sunday of Thanksgiving, started watching the videos, getting to know the professors and the captains, but having a bit of frustration, not really understanding, okay, how are we going to make money at this? Etc. This is a bit confusing. And it wasn't but a few days later, after just hammering YouTube videos, staying behind the keyboard, just hours of relentless work, really. What it was I made my first sale of $22, and the rest was history after that. And funny enough, a few days before, I was questioning myself. I was thinking, is this really a way to make money? And I had almost given up. But it just goes to show, what the no quit attitude does for you. Here we are a month later, and I've doubled my previous 9 to 5 income. So it's funny how the world works sometimes. Got to stay with it. Quitting's never going to get you anywhere.
Is this starting with completely zero experience, or did you hear about Amazon FBA before joining?
That's correct. Zero experience inside the real world or outside. When I tell people what I do for a living and what I do for work, people are a little bit confused, and I say I didn't know what the word Amazon FBA meant at all. So it was a completely brand new word for me that I learned on November 27th. And then on December 5th, I had made my first sale. That's how quickly things can go if you're driven and you're relentless at your work and you're inside the real world and you're working hard and communicating and connecting with others. So with no previous experience whatsoever, I've made some successes out of it, which I think extend to your personal work ethic as well, the rate at which you can succeed if you really want to.
To clarify for the listener, how many hours per day were you putting in when you started out?
A bit of a tough question to quantify. I would say, I wake up anywhere between, on an early morning when there's lots to be done, I'm up between 5 and 5:30. Some mornings I'm up at between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm working until I go to bed, which is usually about 1 to 2 in the morning. However, this doesn't mean I'm behind the computer that entire time. Potentially I'm out meeting with suppliers. People are eating lunch in there. I'm training. I've got a rigorous training schedule, still performing as an elite athlete while running Amazon FBA as well, and all my other activity inside of the real world. So I would say I'm working, I look at most things as work, 10 to 12 hours a day minimum.